Hey guys, it's your favorite youth pastor here. Um, so this morning I spent some time in prayer, and just thanking God for what we have, and um, I started to read my devotional for today, which the title of it said Jesus is Unlimited, and it says some of the things that we buckle under are disabilities, shortages, and losses. There's too little money, too little food, too little love, too little patience, too little courtesy, and too little respect. But Jesus is way above any shortage. He is not limited by these things. He can meet our need in any situation. We need only trust him. So, I was just thinking about like the time that we're in right now. Like all of that stuff that it said was losses and shortages. Like that's true right now, especially like with all this COVID-19 happening. People are kind of like freaking out, and some people have lost their jobs, and some people people are going crazy in the grocery stores trying to get food, and also just people aren't really showing like any kind of like uh grace towards each other. Like everyone's for self, so um I just was thinking like for myself personally that like it's so easy to forget about God in this time, like with everything that's going on, like this crisis that we're in right now. Like it's easy to put God on the back burner, like when everything is good and great, like we're just like, oh, praise God, but soon as like it's the first sign of trouble or things don't go your way, we're so quick to just throw God to the back and say, oh God, you're not there for me. Oh God, you let me down, but what about the times before? Like what about last week when he got you out of that situation that you were in? Like, don't forget about God in this time. So I started reading in Deuteronomy chapter 8, and it was talking about how the people were going through the desert, and they were being tested, and like they were in the desert for 40 years, and God provided for them while they were in the desert. It says in chapter 8, verse 4 says, your clothes did not wear out and your feet did not swell during these 40 years. Like, so that's saying like they worried for nothing, so I think in this time what we need to be doing is relying more on God. This is where we should be going deeper with God. This is where we should be casting our worries on God more. We should be praying more. We should be heavily in this word more. Like this time isn't just a time of, oh, I'm at home chilling, hanging out, we're bored. Like this should be a time where we should really be like in the word. Like we should really be praying for one another. We should be praying for our churches. We should be praying for our church family, our regular family. Just really sharpening ourselves so that once this is all over with and we make it out to the other side, we can thank God for that. Also, like, I don't think we need to just thank God for that while we're in it. We should be, or while we're come out. Like we should thank God for it every day. Like when we are able to get out of bed, and stand on both feet. Just thank God for that. Because there's someone somewhere else who cannot do that without assistance. Or if you have food on the table, it might not be what you want, but it's still something. Thank God for that. It says there was a verse that really stuck out to me. It said, okay, it says it's verse 16 or verse 17. You may say to yourself, my power and strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce the wealth, and so confirms his covenant. So you might be able to do those things, but you wouldn't be able to do those things without God. So we have to remember that God, it might be us who's doing it physical, but it's God who set the plan in motion. So I ask you guys, like while you're at home, playing your video games or whatever it is you're doing, like find time for God. Like find time to thank God for everything that he's done for you, everything that he will do for you. Like, even if you're not working, or you're not, your mom and dad isn't working, like, thank God that there's things being put in place in order for them to be taken care of, in order for you to be taken care of. Yeah. So guys, I wasn't trying to preach at you. I wore my Sunday's best today because I felt Maria inspired me to wear my Sunday's best, because, you know, just because we're locked in doesn't mean that our normal stuff has to stop. We just can't go outside. Doesn't mean that it has to stop inside. You know, you can still get dressed really nicely just to clean the house, like I did today. And I'm grateful for that, you know. And yeah. So guys, I hope this finds you well. I hope that you guys are praying for each other. I hope that you guys use this time wisely. Spend it with God, spend it in the Word, you know, deepen and sharpen your relationship with God. Thank you. Love you.